Hi there, this is Toumas of Nightwish here, and you have the pleasure of watching Grasser Productions.
Hello and welcome to Grasser Productions. My name is Lukas and I'm here tonight with Toumas of the Finnish metal legends Nightwish. Welcome. How are you?
Thanks, legends already, really. Okay.
2018 has been a pretty big year for Nightwish so far. You released your new record, Decades, in March and have been touring since then. What makes this album so special for you, and how did you choose the 22 songs that are on there?
I just listened through all of the albums in chronological order.
Okay.
First time I ever did so, and just picked up the songs, not necessarily which are the best ones, but which are like the most essential ones. And tried to make like a good overall view of the band's career. So some of the choices were obvious, like Dead Boy's Poem needed to be there because it's very quintessential Nightwish. But some like Kinslayer for some reason, even though it's not a single release and not amongst our best known songs, just felt like it needed to be there instead of a song like Wishmaster, for example. Yeah. So I just made this list, gave it to the band, the management and the label, and everybody said immediately, yeah, perfect choices. So there we go.
Okay. So a tour as big as this needs a lot of planning. How much influence do you guys still have on the stage production and stage design?
Everything, actually. The band holds all the strings in our hands when it comes to the stage production and what we wear and all that. I mean, I stopped wearing clothes that looked good but felt uncomfortable 10 years ago. But we just have a little palaver. What are you gonna wear, and so that it's not too colorful and all that. But when it comes to the screens, pyros, all the visual aids that we have, we are very much involved in building all that.
Okay, cool. So 2018 was the 20th anniversary for you as a band. Are there still goals you want to reach with Nightwish?
Me personally and the other members in the band, our biggest goal is to be able to do good music in the future, to always take the art that we do to a different level, to keep it interesting, find some new ways to express ourselves and the stories that we want to tell. That is by far the biggest driving force that we have. It's not so much about wanting to be number one in America or UK or to do a huge show, stadium show somewhere. Those would be nice additions, of course, but it all starts with let's do the best album that we have done so far.
Okay, so is this your biggest tour yet?
I think it is in some ways. I mean, for example, we played in Krakow and Prague for 16,000 people. So those were the biggest indoor shows that we have ever done on our own. So something is definitely happening, and it's really curious to notice that after 22 years, the band is in many ways in its peak.
Yeah,
it's really something else that I can't really even grasp.
So the tour is also pretty long. How do you stay positive and motivated for this time?
By reminding yourself every day what a privilege it is to do this. It really, really is. And for example, on this European leg, things have been organized so wonderfully because we have our own kitchen, everything's scheduled to the minute. You just have to, do your thing and enjoy the ride. That's pretty much it. And there's a lot of spare time, so to keep yourself sane, bring a lot of good books, some films. YouTube is really good to pass some time and also be in touch at home often enough, and you'll be okay.
So is there something you miss from the early years of Nightwish?
For sure, yeah, because back then, 15, 20 years ago, everything was new. We had no idea what we were doing. And you get to see the world, go to countries that you wouldn't go on your own. meet other people, see wonderful cultures. Everything was new, so that kind of novelty has disappeared throughout the years. We still enjoy doing what we do, but yeah, just like the initial innocent spark of playing in a new country for the first time.
Are there still countries you want to visit?
Sure there are. For example, Iceland is something that we have been talking about for years.
Okay.
Never played there. South Africa would be nice, or any country in the African continent. So there are still those countries that we would like to play. But to answer your question, absolutely something has changed.
Yeah.
But the passion and the flame towards creating music and playing and singing together, that hasn't changed at all. That's still there.
That's cool to hear.
Yeah.
So Nightwish has become, or has already been, a very cinematic band. What's your favorite part of the current show?
Part of the current show. Again, this is just a personal thing, but I really enjoy playing a song called "The Greatest Show on Earth" live. It might be my desert island Nightwish song, and it's just the way the song's structured together with the pyros, especially with the video screens. I just think that's like the pinnacle of the show for me.
So, as you already said, the setlist you're playing right now offers some very deep cuts into your catalog. Was it hard to relearn those old songs?
Muscle memory is a funny thing because they were still there. I mean, we rehearsed 2 times 2 weeks with the band, and that was enough to get it all together. So,
really?
Yeah, it was surprisingly easy. It took only about a month.
So in February you told the German Rock Hard magazine that you already wrote 6 new songs for Nightwish. Did you manage to write some more since then?
Yeah, I did. All the songs are now done.
Really?
Musically, yeah. I'm still working on with some lyrics, and of course the arrangement process, the rehearsals are gonna take months. It's gonna take all next year actually. But all the songs that are gonna be included on the album with the titles, with the album title, everything's now there. So from now on, it's just arranging and polishing the corners.
Great. Looking forward to it. So, as we're talking to you tonight, is there any difference in the songwriting process for you from Nightwish to your other projects? Like your newest one, Auri? Do you have a different approach to that?
Not really, no. Auri is different in a way that there were 3 people doing songs at the same time. And with Nightwish, I've always been the main songwriter.
Yeah.
And that's been good enough for the band so far. So that's the difference. But like the mentality of why and how I do songs, it's the same, whether it's Nightwish, Auri, or the Scrooge album, for example.
So what made you go back to the acoustic sounding style? What was the spark behind that?
Do you mean Auri or? Yeah. It's just the 3 of us in a band. We have the same musical brain, and we are all really keen to acoustic, Celtic-orientated stuff. So it just felt like, since the 3 of us make this band, let's do something. And none of us actually knew beforehand what the songs are gonna be like. Troy did some songs, I did some songs, Johanna did some songs, but we never ever created a concept beforehand. It's like, okay, let's do Celtic stuff, let's do acoustic. It was just a process of flow of mind. And then in the end we realized, okay, we have 11 songs which sound like this. Wonderful.
So are you going on tour?
The funny thing is that it was supposed to be more or less a project, but it was just too much fun to do. And the idea of not being able to do it live is too much to take. So we have been planning. It's gonna take many years. I think we're gonna need to do another album before we can go on tour. Nightwish is the main priority at the moment. It's gonna take at least 3 years. The next 3 years of our life. But after that, so we're talking about maybe 2021 or something like this.
Okay.
I would really love to take Auri on a small tour somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
South Africa, maybe.
Let's start from Finland, UK, Germany, maybe.
Okay, fine. So thank you for your time. Maybe we'll see you in 2021 with your new band.
Maybe, and you'll be seeing Nightwish in 2020.
I'm looking forward to it.
Tour. Yeah.
Back again.
Yes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Goodbye.